What's up everybody, my name's Zach, welcome to my channel. I want to show y'all a cheap way to light your videos so you go from looking like this, using your regular house lights, which doesn't look good at all on video, to looking like this. All the products and things I recommend that I use will be down in the description box, so check those out if you want. First I'm going to show you how I set my little arrangement up here and what I'm using. And if you stick around for the end of the video, I'm going to put a bonus at the end that I will show y'all how I lit the scene to get the thumbnail for this video. So the picture on my thumbnail, I'll show you what I use to get that lighting and to get that shot. And it's a little bit different than what I'm using here, and it's also something that it might interest y'all for really cheap DIY light. So this is what it looks like from far away. Got just regular house lights on right now. But walk in here, got my chair, got a microphone right here to pick up the audio, got my camera on a tripod, and they're about 3 foot from my head to the camera lens. But I have one softbox. Now on the softbox I've got these little kind of panels stuck on the side, and that's just to help light from coming directly off the side of it. It's to kind of direct it onto me and not let it splash out on the walls to the side. So that's just something that I put together. It doesn't really work that great, but it does help a little bit. And inside the softbox I've got just one bulb on. And the back of the softbox right here has 2 switches, which turns on 2 sets of bulbs. So it should be 2 and 2. Well, I took one bulb out, so one switch has just one bulb and the other switch has 2. So if I need a little bit brighter, I can turn the other set on. But I can make it work with just one bulb on, and that's all I need. So there's the setup. I'll leave a link to the softboxes and some softboxes that I recommend in the description down below. Normally you can buy them in a 2-pack, and sometimes a 3 you'll get a hair light with it, which is one that you put kind of behind you above your head to cast light straight down. And it's usually just a 1 bulb light, but a higher wattage bulb that puts out more light. But you can get a 2-pack of these really cheap. I recommend it because you can use one for this setup, have another one somewhere else to bring in, and get like an extra light on the other side of you just to get like a minor lighting on there. So you can use them in different ways. I recommend buying the kit because it's for the money, you get the best deal. The stands aren't that great, but you know, for what you get, you're not going to be moving them that much, so it doesn't matter. Now let's jump into how to get that look. So let's start from the bottom. This is your regular house lights on, no work done at all. Now the first thing we need to do is kill all the lights and turn the softbox on. So let's do that. Whoa, that's way too bright. So step number 2 in this sequence is going to be to change our camera settings. So what I would recommend is having your aperture as wide as you can get it, because that's going to get you the most blurry background. So whichever lens you use, whether it be a really high aperture lens or like a kit lens, go as low as you can go because it's going to make the best effects. So I've got my aperture wide open. Now my shutter speed is 60 because I'm filming in 30p right now, 30 frames per second. Now go up to ISO, and I need to be at ISO 100. Now look how much of a difference that made. It looks way more cinematic to me. Now the very next step is going to be to white balance your image. See how blue this looks right here? It should not be like that. So everybody needs to have one of these on hand. I just picked one of these up to start using it, and I'm really satisfied with the results so far. So this is a white balance card. It's gray and white on this side. And I have a video explaining how to use this on my channel if you want to check that out. It's how to use a white balance card with either a GH5 or a Canon. And I can also do Sony if y'all would like for me to do that. But this allows you to get your colors correct in camera. So you kind of base your camera's colors off of this right here. That way everything is accurate. So I'm going to go ahead and white balance this and see if it makes a difference. It's already looking better, I think. It's a little bit more warm on my face and my skin tones and stuff, so using one of these is crucial. So we can stop right there. That's really all you need. One softbox, the camera settings done right, and this is the kind of effects you can get. I mean, it looks fantastic to me. It's really cinematic looking for one thing. For 2, it's cheap and easy. It's literally one light, and it doesn't have to be a softbox. You can make something work. As you can see later on in this video, you can find some really DIY things to use. But yeah, this looks fantastic. Now, one thing I like to do, and a lot of other YouTubers like to do also, is to add some kind of lighting in the background and give your photo or your video some life. So one thing I like to use is some Philips Hue lighting. Let me turn one of those on. So there we go. We got one light on back here now. So it's giving some depth to this image. Now let's add one more light over here on this side of the frame. There we go. So we got a little bit of life going on in here now. So that's how I like to do my videos. Now that's not required at all. You don't have to do that. It's kind of like a personal preference. If you want to, you can. And you can find a cheap lamp out of your home and do it. It don't have to be a fancy light. That's just a salt lamp back there you can buy from Walmart for 15 bucks. So all you need is a softbox and you can make it work with just that. So keep that in mind. Okay, now to show y'all how I made the thumbnail. So, you know I got this set up over here. And I had that light on, I didn't need it. And I also had some light coming through the windows because it wasn't dark earlier when I took that picture. But I had that on. That wasn't really doing anything in the picture other than lighting up the back of me just a little bit. That along with the window. But here's the magic over here. I know what y'all are thinking right now. What is this right here? Well, this is the ultimate DIY light diffusion. I've got just a regular LED panel up under there. Just a cheap one. I bought a 2-pack, I believe it was a 2-pack, a long time ago for like $80. It come with 2 of these, the stand to put it on, and it also came with this little card for diffusion, which makes it like that, and it came with a yellow one with like the warm color temperature, so you could have two different temperatures coming through this light. But just take that one, throw a t-shirt over it, and you know, situate it like you want it, and that really dials down the light on your face or anything like that. So extremely cheap way to have your own diffusion. And on the softbox over here, just the same one like I'm using to light my real videos, with a little bit of extra diffusion. And this is just a shower curtain I cut up and threw over top and just clamp it with some chip bag clamp things. Really simple. Then I got the camera up real high. I had this cheap light kind of directed my face. This one was hitting my other side of my face with a little bit brighter. And then this was in the background. So that's the way I shot the thumbnail. So I think even though this looks retarded, it can serve a great purpose even if this is all you have. You can go to Lowe's and get one of their cheap work lights, like a construction work light. Throw a t-shirt over it, or you know, cut out something like that to just diffuse it a little bit, and it's usable. You don't need these soft boxes, which these are cheap ones, but you don't need this fancy lighting to get something real nice. I could easily take this same setup and put it beside me and it'd look a whole lot better than regular room lights. Alright, so there's my take on a cheap DIY lighting setup for YouTube. One softbox is all you need, and at that, just one bulb in it. That's all I use. So anybody can create this look with something cheap like that, and it doesn't have to be a softbox. It could be like a home light lamp or something just directed to you. So get creative with it, try it for yourself. I guarantee you it'll work. These lights in the background, they're not necessary. It's just a personal preference, and it just kind of adds some character to your shot. You can start out with a softbox, and then later on down the road, as you get some more money or something, you can purchase something to put back there, or just put a home lamp back there just to give you some depth in the shot. So those aren't necessary. I hope you liked the video. I hope you learned something from it, and I can help you in your little lighting journey. I know it's kind of overwhelming when you first get started and first start learning about it, but as you progress, it gets easier. Trust me, I'm learning and I'm getting better at it myself, and it's really simple to do. So give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and leave me a comment down below if y'all have any questions or any ideas or any tips or pointers. Let me know. I'll always respond. Subscribe if you haven't already. That'd be great. I'd love to have you here. So I guess that wraps up the video. I encourage everybody to go try this for yourself. It's not hard. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll see you on the next video. See ya.